So this morning I had to drive Monster up because Rosie had a dead battery. I left the lights on like a dummy. So you know, just cruising, open headers, leaving work. I mean, she absolutely braps, but it's kind of redonkulous. And it really lacks fuel right now, just because the O2 sensors are way out of whack. I mean, it's running on one O2 sensor. Right, normally it's got 4. I will get all 4 plugged in eventually, but as of right now, we got 1. So it's gonna have to live with it. Film again here once I'm up on the highway, just doing leave, and hopefully I'll actually have some traction. Because yeah, it used to be real rowdy even with the regular exhaust. Now I mean leaving on open headers, but there's snow on the road, so we'll see what the highway's like. I mean, that's definitely this weather has definitely slowed me down a little bit, but this will be. Well, this was March's storm, so we'll see what April has in store for us. But just coming up on the road here now. Hopefully there's no one out. You know, no blue lights. That'd be kind of bad for us. But we'll see here. Idle sure sounds nice. Highway looks good enough to do a hard launch. Oh! That vibrated the whole truck. Wow! Oh. Now we're having some other issues. It did not like that much, but whatever. Well, yeah. Alright, as you just heard, that is extremely obnoxious to drive. So, we're going to try, this is just the length of the 3-inch pipe that I cut off the truck. We're going to try bending it here. Now this bender is supposed to be way too strong to bend said pipe. And it's probably going to kink it more than anything. But we'll see here. I'm just going to hand pump it just because it's a little bit... Oh yeah, you can see it's just sandwiching it on the ends. I mean, this one's strong and holding there, but that just sandwiched. So there goes that idea. I'll have to get something made up at the welding shop. But it's worth a shot. There we go. So I just got back from the welding shop now, and I've got here my 2.5-inch pipe that I already had. Just got the ends expanded on it. I'll set that on the side here because I'll be needing that later. And I've got here a just under 6-foot length of 3-inch. There. And then got my flanges here. So these are for the 2.5. That's for the 3-inch. I'll just bolt right together, like so. Here's the other one. There. Just like so. And those are for when I undo it later. So I'll stick those in my machine piece pile in the shop here later on. And we can get going. Alrighty, so I just got the bandsaw cutting here, going at about a 30-degree angle according to the chart in the back here. We're about pretty damn close to 30 degrees, pretty much right on. So just gonna let her cut and do her thing. Just give her a little bit of WD-40 in there to lube her up a bit. But just gonna let her do her thing. Alrighty, so I got my So the 30 degrees works. I mean, it came out a little bit shy here, but it'll be fine. And I'm just going 10 inches from here back. If I need, I can cut it shorter. So, just let the saw keep doing its thing. That's what all we're waiting on today. Alrighty, so I just got this tacked in here quick. Just get you a quick photo of how it looks there. It just shoots through there. So from the back side here. We'll keep her going. I guess I kind of ended that in a bad spot there, but I'll just keep working it from there. After, well, I should probably mock in that white pipe now, get it up there, but it won't be much longer. Then we should be good to go. Alrighty, so let's just take a roll under here. So what we got going on here is we haven't touched this pipe here yet. We cut the Y pipe and we had to weld on another part of the Y pipe to get the angle correct. Got it. Ratchet strapped here so that it'll hold this in place. I've got a piece of 16 gauge sheet metal just kind of standing up here, holding it in place. So that's kind of our current setup here. I'm probably going to get down here, toss a couple of tacks on this, just so I can break it off if I have to, but just to hold it in place. And you can see we got this one here, even just about straight up to that guy there, so that'll be pretty decent. But this one here is a little bit too wide. Okay, you can see, so I'm going to have to geez, I'm sure this is absolutely annoying to be watching with me rolling around down here. So I'm going to either remake this piece and make it a little bit longer and then put an angle cut on it so it'll come back, and hopefully I can bring it, because I do have room to fit my hand underneath it, which I like, but I might have to give up some of that room, swing it this way towards the frame a bit, or chop this up here and sneak this over a bit. So we'll see what we wind up doing, but I know everything else is clearing pretty good so far, but I don't want to come in too close to the transfer case here, because we're already looking pretty close to that. So we'll see what we wind up doing. Alrighty, so I got the new pipe down there pretty much all welded. Got the flange on the back end of it, but to get it all fully welded, got to drop the headers. So got the top bolts out. I'm gonna slide underneath with the 3/8 wrench here and pull them bottom bolts out, and I can finish weld the extension to the header. I'm just gonna kind of pull it out and drop it, but someone's out ripping with their bike today, it sounds like. But yeah, so gonna get that unbolted, and then we'll let her rip from there. Okay, so that probably had to have been the worst job welding I've ever done, but I was not able to fully pull the headers out. I was able to crack them loose, so I could turn them, but I couldn't totally pull them out. So, I mean, I wasn't too concerned about laying under there to weld, but it was just hard getting at that top side still. But got her all welded up. So, just gonna pop the headers back in there, snug them up, and then connect to the Y pipe, I guess. And then this side will be all done. Alright, so we're getting back to work on Monster today. Got my helmet. Gotta get my chair out there for tossing parts and tools onto. Super useful. And then we can get this driver's side all hooked up. Just get the helmet down. I'll go grab my rest of my stuff and we'll be back in a bit. Alrighty, so I got the there we go, that's shut off now. Got the Y pipe half built up here now. So you can see I got a piece of 2.5 here. Welded to the flange, welded to the Y pipe. I just used just 1/4 of an inch or so of the expanded portion and just slide over there, and it's all welded in, bolted in. Still got it ratchet strapped to the back there. I did pull it out, I just tightened her back in there now. So now let's just do that other side up. Then she'll be well, then I'll have to pull this back out again and put the bungs in for the O2 sensors. But besides that, she'll be good to go after that. Alrighty, so got the extension welded up on this side here now. If you can, there you go, there you can see it. So that's up in there now. Yeah, that was worse than the driver's side, but I think it was more just how I had it placed. And again, just like the driver's side, this header no longer comes out of the truck without cutting it through the collector and putting another flange. So hindsight, probably should have did that, but oh well, it's fine. It is fine. To weld this one up, I actually I took out my brand new El Cheapo $15 just flip front, just because I was able to get my head in tighter in some places than what my bigger one gets into. But because I had to rest my head up on that cross member there, right up against the Y pipe, to weld on top of that. So it wasn't a lot of fun, but I got her done. So yeah, I'm gonna bolt that header back up there now, and then get the extension done on that Y pipe. Then she's good to go. Besides putting in the secondary O2 sensors, which I got bungs for now. So we'll be rocking. There we go. So got all the bolts tightened up in here now. There we go. Now we can see in here. And yeah, that was a huge pain in the butt, as it always has been. But yeah, so she's ready to go. Let's just take a quick rip underneath here. There we go. So you can see where the header extension ends now. That's where we got to connect into, down there. There we go. So I just got to fill in that gap there. So I'll take a tape measure from here to here, and then leave a little bit of the expansion on this end of it. Again, just to slide over just like I did over there, and you can see it there. And then she'll be all done, besides putting in the O2 bungs, which I'll just do when I pull this header, when I pull the Y pipe out again. I guess then I still got to weld up back here as well. Got to weld up on, oh boy, sorry about that. Weld up this ring right here, all the way around here. So then after that, then she's all welded up and ready to rip, which will be a really nice feeling. But I'll probably actually, I've got those two other couplers, so I'm going to take this ring out. I'll just weld the coupler onto each one. Like these same flanges, because I've got two more 3-inch because the shop messed up, and maybe an extra set of 3 inches, which I mean I'm not complaining about. But yeah, so I'm just going to weld a 3-inch onto each one, and I might have to shave a little bit more off this pipe to do that, but I'm not too concerned about that. So we got the angle grinder. So yeah, I'm just going to grab the tape, measure this out. My bandsaw blade actually died on me. The blade itself completely snapped. So I'm cutting everything with the angle grinder again. But I'm just going to measure this out, chop it. I guess I've got to bolt up that flange first, but then I'll measure it, chop it. Hopefully I can get the right angle on that, because there is a mild angle to it, as you can see when we're coming flush off here. But I'm not too concerned. That's why I leave things a little bit long, just in case I mess up like that. And then we'll utilize this hanger here. I mean, we're pretty stiff. We're actually really stiff as is. Wow. I mean, there's not a lot of shake in the whole system from here, which is pretty good. But that might change once we get a flange back there. With that flange, that'll make this exhaust easy to pull out and get rebuilt if I ever have to do that. So, yeah. There we go. So got everything all welded up now. You can see it's still smoking. Just finished welding up this flange here. And this pipe here. This top pipe was already on. But yeah, so everything's all welded up now. I just got to pop it up in there, find the holes where I want to put the O2 bungs. Here's one of my sensors. Find where I want to put my holes, drill my holes, weld in the bungs, and then slide her up into the truck. Well, then I guess trim for this and weld in the other side. which I've got it right there still. But either way, pretty much done. Yeah, then we'll fire her up because it'll actually sound like a decent truck. I will probably unbolt these one more time once I'm in the city, and I'll have something for a gasket on it, because I don't think I have anything for an exhaust gasket here, and I don't really want to pay for anything in town here either for it. So, but it won't take long. It'll just be 6 bolts to undo, right? Because the 2 down here, 2 up there, 2 up there, and then the whole thing will just snake out of the truck. It's actually not that bad to take out because it kind of, I guess this is the driver's side here, no, passenger side here, so you kind of pop it up, then you can kind of drop this corner down and twist it out, so it's not too bad to pull, unlike the headers, which are now impossible to pull. But oh shoot, I missed a spot up there on that one. I guess I'll get that quick while I'm here. But then we're should be good to go. I'm not going to worry about pressure testing these because I'm not that concerned about it. Alrighty, so this is just it bolted in here. I still don't have the O2 sensors in yet. I was just making sure it fit up in here, and you can see the circles there and there are where the O2 sensors are gonna go. So yeah, and I actually don't have to cut this pipe here because you can move the whole thing amongst the hangers. So you can see this is it all the way back, but I'll be able to pull her forward a bit to get her to line up a bit better. So yeah, that just gives me extra clearance for getting this unit here in and out. So yeah, you can see we're right beside the transfer case here. So I don't even really have to, I won't even have to extend these wires. So there's the plug right there, hitting the hole, hitting the circle right there. Sorry, it's getting pretty dark out, but I'm just gonna keep working because tomorrow's Easter and I don't have to work. So we're just gonna keep pounding away at her and get her done. So we'll be back in a little bit once we got them suckers welded in, and once we got that sucker at the back there welded in, shouldn't be much longer and we'll be ripping. Alrighty, so got both the bungs welded in here now, so just gonna let that cool, and then we're gonna get the welder here. So you can shut that down now, let that stop, and then we'll get that welder back outside and get this last flange on. Well, I guess we got to get this guy in there first so we get the holes to line up. But yeah, pretty much coming to an end. Alrighty, so I decided to shut down last night and finish her up this morning. So got that guy all welded up, bolted up. To get it welded good, I removed this exhaust hanger here. Let's just zoom out a bit. There we go. This exhaust hanger here, and then the 2 on the back of the muffler. Those ones sucked. One of them actually broke my exhaust hanger tool. I just got it off Amazon. But all I did was I welded up the arms back together, so it kept on working. So yeah, she's all bolted up, all welded up. I still got to put the O2 sensors all back in, and then put the dipstick back together, and then she can fire up. So won't be long. Alrighty, so dipstick's back in, O2 sensors are put in place. The driver's front one, the thread stripped off, removing it from the factory exhaust. The back one on the driver's side as well, the cord is too short and I don't have any more connectors here, so we're just going to run with essentially no O2 sensors on the driver's side. I'm going to pick up a new one for the front and connectors for the back one, so I'll extend them later on today and fix that front one up. But besides that, she's ready to rip. Everything's bolted up under there. Exhaust is hanging again. I think it moved it back. No, not really. These tips, I think they were inside a little bit. Now they just stick out like just a touch. So didn't even move it much. So we can hook the battery back up. Well, before we do that, let's go double check the welder's off and not connected to the truck. Okay, we are not connected to the truck. Alrighty. There we go. That's on. Keys. Okay. Here goes nothing. Fuel pump primes. Jump up here just to make it safe. Sounds like a normal truck, pretty much. It's a touch louder, but still sounds pretty much just like a normal truck. Nothing. Hear it a bit back here. A bit more rumble to it. There we go. Now it's slowing down a bit. It sounds better. Let's take a swing under here. I can hear the leaks from the missing sensors. So sensor. Yeah, right here it's got a bit of a leak. You can hear it there. And spitting water out at me. Right there's a leak. And these flanges are leaking as well. I don't have anything for a sealer in there, so I'll have to roll with that for now. Yeah, sounds like it did before. So that's awesome. It and hopefully we'll get some fuel economy out of this now too. So now you can blast it through one of the plugs out of this O2 plug out here, because I can hear it knocking pretty good now. Yeah, that O2 sensor's out of there, so you can hear it. You can hear that leak. So I'll just have to deal with that. There's not really a way to make that stay in there, and I'm definitely not going to weld that in. So sounds like we're good to go. This will be the end of part 2, I guess. So drop a comment, like, subscribe. I'm gonna do another video here now where I build a heat shield, or that's just gonna be a heat shield building video, not necessarily an exhaust video. So yeah, we're all done on the pace setter performance long tube headers for a 09 to I think it's an 18 hemi 1500. So we're all good to go. So drop a comment, subscribe again, hit the bell, hit the like button, you know, do all that fun shit. So yeah, that'll be that's a wrap on that, I guess.